Alright, I heard that you guys want to know the best ways to get devil fruits in Grand Peace Online. Well, you guys came to the right place because I'm going to be showing you guys how to get any and every fruit in Grand Peace Online, including the new Update 5 fruits, which are the Yomi Yomi, the Papa, the Mochi, and the Cage fruit. So make sure you guys watch until the end of the video because I'm going to be showing you guys the best methods. 100 likes, I will be giving away this Pika fruit to one of you guys, and all you guys need to do is comment your username down below, and let's get right into the video. The first method is fruit spawns. Now this method is almost useless due to the fruits only spawning once every hour and the game charging a ridiculous 6,000 Robux for a notifier game pass. Yeah, it's not worth it. Now there is a silver lining when it comes to finding fruit spawns, but this method will require you to be at least level 325 to have access to the second sea. Did I also mention you might as well have a private server or someone else will just steal your fruit. Now you want to head to the Coliseum in the second sea, which is south from the main desert island. Now the reason why this method is still worth it is because of the fact that fruits can only spawn at the Coliseum in the second sea and nowhere else. Finding fruit spawns in the first sea is a nightmare, so don't even try. Now the best way to go about finding these fruits is to scroll out, and you can either start at the left or the right side. I'm going to be starting at the left side, and I have the toy fruit, which means I normally fly around, but you guys can just Geppo. Oh, fruit! Oh my gosh, we actually got a spin. Okay, I'm fine with it. You know, it took me a while to finally get a fruit, but I finally got one on camera. The next method is dungeons. Dungeons are one of the most efficient ways to get a devil fruit, but they take the longest. I recommend doing dungeons with friends. Hopefully you have friends. Did you say no? Well, that's perfectly fine. I have a Discord server you guys can join to find other people to do dungeons. Alright, when it actually comes to the dungeon, majority of rounds will be easy besides the boss rounds. The boss has a chance to have one of three fruits: a Mara, a Pika, or a He. You better pray it's not a Pika. You will also be fighting a boss at wave 10 and then wave 15. Oh yeah, and here's a good reason why you don't want any of your bosses to have a Pika. Once you get to wave 20, you're going to have to fight two different bosses, which means that there's a chance for two different fruits. Did I forget to mention that the person who does the most damage gets the fruit? Once you get to wave 25, you don't have to fight the bosses, which is good news, so you don't have to waste more time fighting two more bosses. But for some reason, my friends decided that they wanted to fight the bosses. Well, one of my friends did the most damage, and ironically, he got a spin fruit, which is pretty funny. The third method is Cupid's dungeon. Now, this dungeon is limited, and I'm not entirely sure it's here to stay for update 5. This game mode, as of right now, is the fastest way to get a devil fruit. The NPCs are pretty easy besides the bosses. If you have a melee weapon such as the trident, you could trap Leo in a rock. It's very overpowered if you have any ranged attacks to attack the rock. When it comes to fighting the Cupid Queen, she's a little bit harder because she technically has two fruits. Once she gets down to 50%, she has a Zushi fruit which allows her to teleport. So for the first half of her health, you can get her trapped inside of a rock with the trident. This means that not only Leo is an easy boss, but at the same time, the first half of the Cupid Queen's health is gone in an instant. Once you kill the Cupid Queen, the person who does the most damage gets the fruit, and as you guys can see, my friend got a kilo. The fourth method is ship farming. Now, when it comes to ship farming, you could pretty much do it anywhere as long as you got a bounty over 5,000. The first thing I'd suggest you guys do if you haven't already is to get the galleon from Shelltown. Since the galleon has 2,000 health, you will be able to survive for quite a while. Now, there are two options when it comes to ship farming. You can either manually farm or AFK ship farm. To be able to AFK ship farm, you need both a Sea Beast core and a Kraken core. With these two cores, you will be able to summon monsters to protect you, and they do all the work for you. Now, ship farming is more effective during the 2x Logia bonus during the weekends. Now, if you guys are max level, the spot I recommend you guys to farm at is in second C right next to the Coliseum. Also, one last thing, if you guys can get a gold hammer, whether it be trading or buying it with Robux, it would help a lot and it would solve your boat damage problems. At the end of the day, whether you get a fruit or not, you are guaranteed to get more bounty, so AFK ship farming is the best way to get bounty. The fifth method is Kraken stacking. Now, you can either choose to Kraken stack or Kraken farm. To do either, you'll need friends. To be able to crack and stack, one person will need a fruit that can fly, preferably Pika. Let me draw a diagram. So we have the diagram here. This is the tower, and then this is where the Kraken spawn. There's going to be two people. There's going to be the anchor, and then there's going to be the baiter. The baiter is going to go over here to where the Kraken is supposed to spawn. This is the Kraken right here. This thing is the Kraken. And pretty much you're going to grab this Kraken, and the baiter is going to bring the Kraken back to the tower. This man is just going to go poof. He's going to leave the game. And if you followed everything that I showed in my diagram, it should look a little something like this. Also, I should give a warning now. If you have a potato PC, you might not even be able to handle Kraken stacking. Just be ready to encounter these when you crack and stack, because they're definitely annoying and they always spawn when you least expect them. The sixth method is trading. Now, trading is the most beneficial method, but you actually need something to trade. Please don't be the guy that only joins the trading server to beg for free fruits. What you guys can do is collect everything you get from boss drops to event items and use them to trade for fruits. Values are fluctuating every day, so make sure you keep up with what is valuable and what isn't. It is always better to come in with knowledge and also items in your inventory, or you're just going to be standing there wasting your time. There's no point standing in the trading server if you really don't have anything good worth trading. You're just going to be wasting time that you could be putting into farming bosses. I recommend farming bosses such as Neptune for the trident, Enel for the drums, and Pharaoh for his cave. Now, the easiest way right now to get a good fruit is to farm Cupid's dungeon for her wings and her dress. If you get a single dress drop, you technically will become rich since it can get the best fruit in the game plus ads. Now, the last and final method is optional, and those are giveaways. There are many content creators such as myself giving away free items such as devil fruits to their fans. Just a heads up, I'm still giving away that Pika. You can find streamers on YouTube that are doing giveaways for free devil fruits. Whether you trust them or not is up to you. Not everyone is trustworthy, so be careful. I've seen people win giveaways and get some good stuff on Grand Peace Online. There are random occurrences when the owner of Grand Peace Online does fruit drops, meaning that there is a whole rain of fruits dropping down, but we really don't know when that happens unless you guys decide to join the Patreon, which if you guys join the Patreon, you have a chance to join a private server with the owner. In that private server, the owner spawns fruits, which means you guys have a chance at getting the fruit that you want, but it's very highly unlikely because there's tons of other people trying the same thing. There are multiple other methods to get devil fruits in Grand Peace Online, but I listed the best ones you guys can do because the other ones are pointless. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, make sure to leave a like and comment down below what your favorite part was, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.